Good afternoon. This is 10th First Year Reporter Special Report. We're doing water testing on the chemtrail clouds rain. So we're going to be using these test strips. Now we've collected our water from out here. This is a slab of concrete that we just happen to have in our backyard just for this purpose. And we're going to use that, or we have actually used that, to do the following. And I'll show you what we've collected here. We've collected some water. Now, this water is rainwater, just collected 10 minutes ago. This big downpour. Look at that. We've actually washed this glass out with distilled water before, so we should get a pretty accurate reading. So we're going to stick our test strip in there like this, and put the water, get the water in the strip. Try not to touch the water. You don't want to contaminate it with your fingers. There we go. Swish it around a little. Swish, swish, swish. Don't touch the fingers. Okay. I'm going to pull that out. Shake around. Put it over here. Now, we're going to be testing. This is just a pool test. This is all we had available, so, you know, it's like better than nothing. Okay, first one's getting like a hardness test. Kind of a little bit on the kinky side, but, you know, we'll get over it. And this is rolling away, so we're just going to put it over the edge here. Okay, now, I'm just going to have a look. And it appears to around about 100. Maybe 0. And I can't see too good from the camera. I'm just going to have a look. Hang on. It is actually slightly purple. I'd actually say it's closer to 100. Yeah. So low. So there is some hardness. Total hardness. CaCO2. I have no idea what that is, but you know it's probably important. Next one. Total chlorine. See 0, which is probably be expected unless someone's like poured a big swimming pool out in the atmosphere. You know, pretty usual. There's no, you know, chlorine. Free chlorine. Next one. Bromine. As you can see, that's also 0. So chemtrails do not contain bromine or chlorine or hardness. Okay. So next one is an acid. What's this? Cyanuric acid. ppm. Okay, so that one 0. Very clearly 0. As we can see there. Okay, next one. Total alkalinity. 0. Definitely a 0. Okay, next one is, oh, this one's interesting. We got a pH. This is the kind of one that the only really valid test out of this, in all honesty, is, let's see, we're just sitting a test strip here. Kind of, there's a mixture on the strip between the two. I don't know if you can see that. On the edges, it's kind of lighter, and in the middle it's a little bit darker. So I'd probably say it's in between 6.6. So 7 is pH neutral. Anything above 7 is acidic. No, sorry, alkaline is anything above 7. Acidic, anything below 7. So slightly acidic rain. So I'd say we'd probably drink that water. I wouldn't worry about that. I mean, you know, they've been doing chemtrails for a while now. They've obviously got the chemicals right. So, you know, it's like experimenting, you know. They did nuclear experiments and things in the 50s, you know, experiments on food. You know, how much food can you tolerate? They're obviously like, well, we got to put nothing in these chemtrails almost. Like, to be able to drink that water, you need to have the right type of chemtrail. And they've obviously perfected the chemtrail, you know. Or like a chef. You know, they perfect their meals. The government has obviously perfected their chemtrail. So me and Sticks here, we're pretty happy with this result. So I'd say we'd actually drink that water straight out of the sky. The only thing we haven't tested for is radioactivity. Now, like I said, our friends in Ukraine, we got a good price on the Geiger counter. So that's going to arrive in the next couple of weeks. And we're going to actually filter out the rainwater, see if we can get any radiation whatsoever, because we're seeing reports of like yearly events over in the U.S., back home, of radiation poisoning and people dying apparently. You know, there's this one YouTube clip, this woman, she's saying this is an ELE event, she's getting really emotional because she knows it's the end of the world. So, yeah, I'm like, well, shite. Well, we might be affected by that here, but we won't know till we get that Geiger counter. Nobody in Australia has a Geiger counter. It's just like, you go to the shop and say, hey, can I have a Geiger counter? They're like, no, we don't sell those. We're like, why not? It's like, well, why do you need one? It's like, well, Fukushima. And they're like, well, what's that? They think you're like having a go at them or swearing at them or something. So, you know, we're going to get this Geiger counter and get to the bottom of this. You know, we're even going to drive around, you know, as we drive around doing our reports, we're just going to check for radiation wherever we go, because we're thinking there's probably more conspiracy with radiation right now than chemtrails. These chemtrails, they're pretty good. You know, I drink that water. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty happy with that. So anyway, I'm going to stop dribbling on, as I like to do. And me and Sticks will see you in the next episode, which will be tomorrow. Special report. We're heading up north. UFOs landed up there, secret location. We can't tell you where, but we've got the footage. We actually received a really crappy photo on our camera. Camera on our, you know what I'm trying to say. A photo on our mobile phone. And definitely UFO landed, so we're going to go, yeah, you know, investigate that. Anyway, I'm a bit hungry. This chemtrail water testing made me a bit hungry, so I'm going to go and do something else for a bit. And we'll see you tomorrow, okay? Thanks, and good evening.